Hey, good Monday morning, folks. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torredrosa, your MLive morning weather update. We don't have a whole lot to talk about this week, except for in the next 24 hours or so. We do have a weather system moving through, and it's sparked a winter weather advisory. So we will be talking about where that winter weather advisory is in effect, how much snow will fall with that storm system. And the temperatures are important in this one. The long story short, if you have to leave me, is that temperatures will warm overnight in the southern half of lower Michigan, and temperatures will go above freezing, in some cases quite a bit above freezing, 35, 36, 37. And so any brief, quick shot of snow that develops and accumulates late this afternoon and early this evening will melt off on the roads, at least in the southern half. So I'll detail that for you. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Nate Murad and Sin Banning. Hey, good morning, Sin. Beth Urich, hi. And Sandy Street, good morning. Clark Hughes, a fellow MLiver. Good morning, Clark. All right, so where's the winter weather advisory in effect? The purple shaded counties, so basically Lansing, Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, up through Mount Pleasant, the Traverse City area, all of Northeast Lower, and much of the UP. The southwest quadrant of that, issued by the National Weather Service in Grand Rapids, is more for the beginning shot of the snowfall this afternoon and this evening. And then again, that southern half of that winter weather advisory will change over to rain through the overnight hours. I would call it the late evening hours, something like that. So here's your radar right now, and you can see the storm system off to the west. There's precipitation there, knocking on the door of southwest and western Michigan, but it's not real robust. And this storm system, it'll get put together, but it'll move through quickly. And like I said, the temperatures will be on the marginal side for the southern half of lower Michigan to get much snow, or lasting snow, I should say. Hey there, good morning, Patrice Force and Jeff DeRosia. Good morning. Kyra Aganowski, how'd I do on that one? From Newport, good morning. All right, so here is our radar forecast. Let me share this one with you here. Okay, here's our radar forecast. By the way, we got a message that the Europeans are going to upgrade their modeling system, put 1.6 billion with a B dollars into their computer upgrade. And so you know what that means. The European will continue to be the best model. We're at early afternoon, 1 o'clock here. Julianne Westmoss, what about Muskegon? Yeah, Muskegon, you're going to get to rain eventually tonight too, after probably a 1 to 3 inch shot of snow. This is 7 o'clock this evening. So southwest quarter, you're going to start to get the snow, and it'll come down. It will come down for 3 to 6 hours. This is 11 o'clock tonight. The snow has overspread many areas and already started to change to rain. And then in the middle of the night, here we are at 1 o'clock, the rain snow line has shifted northward up to Ludington and to Mount Pleasant, close to it, and to the Saginaw area, and southward and into Detroit and Ann Arbor. You've gone to rain if you get any snow. Diana Gattuso, Sterling Heights, you're going to get a quick shot of snow, and then you're to rain. Now, this is overnight tonight, and you can see how I'd use a line from about Standish to maybe Houghton Lake as staying mostly snow and northward. And by morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, it's all done. So this will be a fairly low impact weather system, except for this evening. Anywhere could get a quick 1 or 2 inches covering the roads, and the roads are cold now from coming off of some cold days. So it will take until the temperature warms up this evening and overnight before the snow starts to melt off of at least of the roadways. How much snow? This is the snowfall total forecast off of the European. Let me center it a little bit for you better. And I would call the southern half of lower Michigan a 1 to 3 inch snow. 3 might be kind of liberal. Deanna Bard, Flint, you're 1 to 3, and then melting off in the middle of the night, melting off by morning, let's call it, okay? Northern half of lower Michigan doesn't melt off, and I would call it a 2 to 4 inch snow, northern half of lower, and in the eastern UP, I would call it about a 4 to maybe 6 inch snow. So by February standards, you know, it is a snow, but it's not a wind-driven snow, and it's done quickly. It's in the middle of the night, and a lot of the highly populated areas warm up by the time we get to tomorrow morning. So your roads tomorrow morning should be pretty good, I would imagine. And here's why. This is the big factor why. The temperatures that are going to come in with this storm system overnight. It's taking the northerly track. That storm center is going to move right across the center of lower Michigan. And remember, that's so important because south of that low, temperatures get above freezing. That's what will happen. Here are the temperatures. Let's see, we're going into this afternoon. And like I said, we stay cold enough this afternoon that the initial shot of snow will stick on the roads. And we're into evening now. Now we're into the middle of the night. And you can see how the, we're at 4 in the morning. You can see how the 35-degree line shifts north to Bay City, north to near Mount Pleasant, over to Ludington, and southward to 35 to 40 degrees. So one swipe of the plow, any salt, and the melting, and you're going to have just wet roadways for tomorrow. And we're at tomorrow morning, and you're looking at temperatures mid to upper 30s. So if you have to drive south, say to Metro, from some of the central parts of lower Michigan, no problems tomorrow. Just some wet roadways early. Even there, the precipitation will be well over by morning, and roads should dry off. J. Lewis Lansing, you're looking at a shot of maybe 1 or 2 inches this evening, and then you should change over to all rain. Hello, Reading, Michigan, or is it Reading? I'm not really sure. Tiffany Hensel, flying out of Metro tonight, 8:45 p.m. Should we be okay? I think so. Let's go back to that for Tiffany, and let's take a look at 8 p.m. tonight, all right? Let's see. That would be 8 p.m. That would be 7 p.m. So you're probably looking at the snow just starting as you take off at 8 p.m. and shouldn't be any major impact. Although Metro, you know, I'm not real impressed with how they handle winter weather. I don't know about you. All right, a little bit into the extended term now, just to show you that after this storm, we might quiet down a little bit on the storm track. Remember, we've had a regular one every 3 to 5 days. So here's our storm moving through. And then we go into Wednesday and Thursday. We will get colder this week. We will have some highs in the 20s with that north wind and this big high pressure. That might bring us some, dare I say, sunshine on the way. And then we go into the weekend and we're absent of the storm. So we're going to go maybe a week or so without a storm system on the way. We're coming out 10 days out. We're out to late February and still pretty quiet weather after the weather system that's moving through this morning. So I should say not this morning, the weather system that's moving through tonight. So there you have it. We have a quiet day today. The snow starting in the southwest during the afternoon. A shot of 1 to 3 inches of snow. If you found yourself driving anywhere in Michigan at 8, 9, 10 o'clock, you could find an inch or two of snow on the road and kind of a moderate burst, and then it starts to warm up and things start to melt off. Let's see what some folks are asking. So is winter over other than the cold temps this week, Curtis Jack? I wouldn't say it's over. No. There's still enough cold air up there to ooze down, kind of signs that it's trying to ooze down toward the end of February, but it's having a real tough time. I know the European has been more accurate. How does U.S. model look like? You know what? I check it occasionally, but when the European looks good, I run with it. Put a fork in the winter. You know, I always caution to say that because we are going to have some winter weather. You know, when I say winter's over. I mean, the harshest part of winter, probably. I mean, we're still in a storm track. We still could get one fluke blockbuster of a snowstorm. Not likely if it's having a hard time now, but it is certainly still possible. But in general terms, I think we're going to have less wintry days than wintry days going forward. Debbie Salowitz, what will the roads be like going from Deckerville to Port Huron in the morning? Should be fine. Both of those areas will be 35-ish, so your road should turn wet. A lot of folks talking about maple syrup. Now, I'm not a maple syrup expert. All I know is what people have told me, above freezing and then back below freezing, steady weather. Hey, it would be a pretty nice pattern if we got out of the storm pattern and went to just kind of quiet weather. You'd probably have a fairly nice run on maple syrup. And if you do, send some our way. All right. That's some great stuff. There you have it. This is the MLive Morning Weather Update. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Have yourselves a